we're going to be very quick. We just wanted to say thank you to all of you for being here today and for joining us. This would not happen without your interest and your participation, and to the audience that has joined us from all over the world and from all over the United States. Thank you for hanging in with us today and making this really a special event. I wanted to pause for just a moment here as we're wrapping up and just give a special acknowledgement to a very, very dear friend of mine who passed away in December. Rand actually did the eulogy at his service in Dallas. Rick Sapio is a person that he's a magnanimous human that when I met Rick 15 years ago, he's the one that connected me to Rand. He's the one that connected me and Graham to nearly all of our speakers for the first 2 years of this conference. Rick is an incredible connector and was just an amazing human being. And I just wanted to pause for a moment and just give some respect and admiration and love to this human that I love so much. And I wanted to say thank you once again to Rand and to our other 3 founding advisors, Kate, Jay, and Preeta, for their guidance over the years. And again, to our production team. So here in the wings and outside and around the building, these are the people that made this event happen. Without them, we could not have pulled this off. And I'm going to ask for a round of applause for all of them here in just a moment. Another person, our AV and live stream team, we work with a company locally called B Creators, Basement Creators, and there's a giant truck parked behind this wall, behind a wall. You know, it's one of those garage doors that opens up, and they take this truck around and they produce live streams like this. And the live stream that they produce is the highest quality and just amazing, and we're just so proud to associate with them. And the AV team that supported them today, and especially Tad and Jared, who stepped in and helped at the last minute. And the person on the screen here, Nima Baramzad, is a young man that I met when he and my son met on the first day of 7th grade, and he's been a really important person in my life ever since. When we needed help, because the person that has helped us with our AV in-booth production for the last couple of years was not able to be here. Nima stepped up and delivered in a huge way. And my son, Cohagen, who has overseen the entire crew. Let's give a huge round of applause for all of these amazing people. Great. Yes. The standing O. Thank you. And separately, I wanted to cite our conference curator, Garrett Anderson. This is the second year that Garrett took this on. When he took it on for us last year, he didn't know it was going to be a 2-year project. And I'm just so deeply grateful for the work that he did. So all of the speakers that were here today and working with them and coordinating and making sure that we were weaving the threads through the fabric that we created, that was Garrett's responsibility, and he delivered in such a huge way. And Garrett, step out here so we can... Appreciate you. And the last person I'm going to share before I turn it over to JD to take us down the next path. There's those people that when Tanya did her session this afternoon, the people, I'm just going to say, that get shit done with no apologies. And if you wanted to just pile a mountain of responsibilities and tasks on someone, there is no one that I could possibly imagine that could even come close to managing those mountain of tasks, but better than the queen of the conference. Please join me in just saying thank you to Michaela Scheibert. This is her 5th year doing this now. And with that, I'm going to, oh, here she is right over here. She's being coy in the corner. I'm going to now turn it over to a person that has just been so inspirational to me. A year ago, Graham and I were talking about, where are we going to go and what direction do we head with this movement next? And then I started having some really deep conversations with JD, and he has stepped up in a way that I never imagined that I wanted or needed. And it's been really like life-changing to me in the last year, getting support and help from somebody that I just respect and admire so much. And the fact that he has stepped into a leadership role to run this organization moving forward, so I can turn my focus on the things that, on the moonshot that I shared earlier, and the things that I think are going to have the most impact on the world. It just means the world to me. And so, JD, thank you for being here, and I'm going to pass it on to you.
Thanks, Jay. Thank you. They're very small steps. Yeah, short, small. Okay. Before we put the metal gates down on the windows and lock the doors and force you to sign up, I want to. That was a joke. I want to thank an amazing group of people. For anyone who's been involved in this conference or even the movement, there is so much time and energy and effort and work. And so I want to thank Ethan and Sam and Nozomi and Jatherson for all their help. Can we give them a round of applause, please? I don't know where they are. There they are. Sending love. Okay, now we're going to lock the windows and doors, and you're going to be forced to sign up. No, seriously, I had the honor of doing a workshop yesterday, and there were 35 people, and I think I mentioned this earlier, but you are a different breed. You are like the people Rand was talking about. You're the ones that were going to be the 5 people that would sit there and have a beer and talk it out. And you're open-minded, you're heart-centered, you're purpose-driven, you care about social impact. And so we need to stand up, and so we want to ask you to, become a Do More Good partner. There's a lot more benefits that we're going to be adding, all the weekly circles and the Traveler's Path courses and stuff. So first of all, I want to thank all of the people who are the individual partners and the organizational partners. And I want to reiterate what the opportunity is. You can join and become an individual partner for $250 a year, and you have unrestricted access to our community. You're going to have access to our weekly roundtables and discounts to all of these courses and programs that we're going to be launching. And if you become an organizational partner, you get all that. Plus, you get discounted tickets. You get the logo, inclusion in the marketing directory, and those things that we were talking about to help amplify your mission. So the last thing is that for the first group of members that you become a partner, you become a founding member. Forever, you're going to be a founding member of the Do More Good movement. So to become a partner, just remember all you have to do, it's in your book. I'm not on page 79. You could probably click on that as well, but you can click on that logo and register. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to Graham. Where's Graham for our closing comments? Thanks. You can open the windows and doors now.
Yeah. Just wanting to further express gratitude to everybody. Can we give one more round of applause to all of the amazing speakers that were here this year? Thank you. And also one more round of applause for our amazing MC, Jack. I don't know if Jack, are you still... We're so grateful that you all were here to participate in the conference again this year. We just wanted to send a reminder as well that we will be back again in 2026. Hard to believe. We are shifting the dates a little bit further, so hopefully we can avoid the snow and all of the weather. But please consider coming and joining us again next year. This community is so special. The number of people that have been here and participated since 2019, our first year of the event, it's really remarkable. If you were here in 2019, would you raise your hand? Thank you to all of you. Let's give everybody a round of applause for that. It's that continuity, it's that community that continues to really drive this movement forward, and we can't express our gratitude enough for the magic that you each bring to making this movement possible. So thank you. So again, please consider joining us next year. We do have a special promotion happening right now. So if it's a little hard to read right there, but if you use Act Now 26, you'll be able to receive some early bird pricing for the conference next year. So please take advantage of that. Please join us. We are really excited to have this be a part of next year's event. And again, the work starts now. This work is tireless. It continues moving forward. So please, find ways to get involved, continue the conversations, continue the dialogues, sit down to have that beer. Make sure that you are finding ways to engage. If you would, find ways to engage with the movement. We're always seeking continued feedback. We're always seeking continued engagement from everybody. And lastly, here, as we did at the halfway point of the conference today, we'd also really value your feedback for the second portion of this as well. So if you all would be willing, it's also on page 81 of your workbook, but please be sure to share that feedback. That's how we can continue to improve. If you have suggestions for speakers for next year, if you have suggestions on ways to improve the experience overall, we are open ears. We want to make this something that's engaging and wonderful for each of you. And so again, deep, heartfelt gratitude for each of you for being here. I'd like to turn it over to Jay one last time before we close.
We're going to have a casual cocktail hour across the street on the rooftop of the Scarlet Hotel. I know Russell's going to be there. And just one more time, invite you to join us in making a stand for transformation and abundance. We love and appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for being here.